Alright, so welcome to Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light speedrun walkthrough. So this will help anybody who's trying to speedrun the game figure out what they need to do. I will not be showing like any fast times, but I'll just be showing you the strats. So hop up onto this little thing right here. Then you can either place a grenade down like here, like you place one of those. Or if you have like a grenade launcher, you can hop up here, aim towards like the middle of the gear, and fire it. It'll explode like that, and hopefully you stay up on top. It's pretty consistent. I'm surprised I got knocked off. But it's like in a speedrun setting, you just, wow, this is new to me. Okay, so I don't know why I'm screwing this up. There we go. Okay, so hop up on here. Then your goal now is to jump up to the gate about midway through. And while you're jumping towards there, you want to do what's called a bomb boost. So you're going to jump and you're going to press Y twice or triangle twice depending on the system you're on. And if you do it right, it'll get you up here. On the PS3, it's a little bit different. You want to aim more towards this, towards the bottom corner here. For whatever reason, you just don't get enough height to get you on top. But once you're on here, you could just fall off and you just skipped the opening sequence. So that saves you from having to open both sides, both cogs, to let you continue. If you, oh, I just screwed that up though. If you're mid-roll and you double tap Y, you won't get hurt, or you won't actually do like a damage animation, you know, kind of like that, to where you can't move. But if you do it mid-roll, you're fine. So anyway, that just skipped the opening sequence to where Lara says, okay, let's go find your ugly friend. And notice that Totek is still down there waiting for you to do stuff. But you just skipped it, so that doesn't matter. You can just continue on here. From here, you don't need to kill any guys, just go to the door. And jump as it opens. What I do is I immediately roll to the door, and then I roll into the door 5 times, and on the 5th time, I jump. Now with this, you can press the switch, jump on top of the door as it's going down, and throw a spear. That would be one method, and you can get up pretty quick. The other option is to hop over here, stand right here, and then you can jump straight up. Both of them, to me, I think are about the same speed. Then once you come up here, throw a spear anywhere from like here to where that one is. Jump on it, jump over, and press your right button, or R1, to grapple onto that and hop up. From here you have 2 options. You can either bomb boost to this platform, which isn't all that difficult. My angle is a little off. Or you could just roll up to the side. And I'll do this again so I can show you the right angle. So you get up here, press the switch. And then it's a pretty late bomb boost, but that gets you up here, then you can go straight through. Here you can do a very tricky grenade or bomb drop to explode that stuff, or you could just jump on top. They're both about the same speed. This is pretty straightforward. You want to throw a spear from here instead of going forward, because if you go forward, it will target one of the enemies rather than the wall. And you want it to be on the wall because we're going to ignore all the enemies. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill up on health. For the most part, you really don't have to worry about health in this game. Toxic Swamp is really the only one that you might have a problem. So here's an interesting skip that I have only been able to do once on the PS3. But you throw a spear right there, jump up here, then what you want to do is jump towards the wall, and at the peak of the jump, I think my spear is actually a little off, yeah it is, at the peak of your jump, you want to tap your grapple button, and what this does is it resets Lara's feet a little bit higher, and that allows you to get up onto platforms that are just out of reach. So you need to step on the top center of this barrel, and as you can see, some of where these yellow dots are, like that's as low as it can be, and then all of a sudden it jumps up like that. I don't know why this is, but you need to have the upper one that's towards the center, and then you just jump up there, tap R1, and it's pretty simple. Right here, you have a little bit of a tighter timing to get on top of this wall here. So you have two other options. You can place a spear right there, which that's kind of funny. Do that and hop up onto it, or you can, let's replace all my spears. Or from here, you can bomb boost up, which is pretty simple. Then from here, you need to hug the wall as best as you can. From here, you're on top of an invisible wall above the door. And from here, you need to be careful. You need to actually roll off like that. If you fall off any sooner, you need to bomb boost like almost as soon as you land. That'll help prevent you from dying. From here, pretty straightforward. Now this might take me a few tries because this is a little bit luck manipulated. This is the fastest method to do this puzzle. You want to put the ball on there, come over here, place a grenade at the top corner, then grenade the ball up onto it, and from there, I was pretty close. Whoops, I don't want to restart the level. So this takes practice, but it's also somewhat luck manipulated. You can't do 4 rolls to get it, or otherwise you'll get hit by the fire. The ball seems to be a little bit too high up. Yeah. Whoops. I keep doing that. It's faster if I just die. But like I said, this might take me a few tries. And you have a pretty decent window to where you can bomb the boulder, but you want to do it as soon as possible. But you need to make sure you're pulling the piston as far out as possible before you do so you don't get killed by the fire. Wow. I am shocked I am screwing this up this many times. It's not that difficult. But this is all being recorded live, so I'm not going to be editing anything. Really? Come on. Promise I can get this. And it's not as hard as it seems right now. But it is partly luck manipulated with that boulder and how it's going to behave. Like that, it rolled down. Whoops. I keep doing this. Keep going to restart level. That time it rolled down, and it's really hard to get it in the right spot. And I used to be more consistent about it. I don't know why I keep missing. This is rather annoying. Whoops. Anyway, this is being recorded live on Twitch, so I may have some people joining in on the chat, so I might say hey to them. So Speaking of which, hello Eternal. Welcome. What the fuck? That's an interesting glitch. Okay. I might have to do this. That's really weird. It's probably because I've been resetting too many times. It's just causing the game to glitch, which can happen. I've never seen that before, but I've also never had to retry this damn thing so many times. There we go. That's how you do it. All right. So from here you have two options. The faster strat, you need to time just right with those arrows and jump like that. That is actually a lot harder than I made it seem. So if you can do that, fantastic. If not, the other option is to just roll straight off, grapple onto that, and then get up. Throw a spear, or if you have a rapid fire weapon, you can use that there, roll through, bomb it, and then jump through the door, because the door is not going to be open far enough. Then the rest is pretty straightforward, just kind of roll to the end, ignoring all enemies. Then from here you can just jump straight to the second platform. You want to jump to this final one instead, because that'll let you start rolling a little bit quicker. From here you just need to memorize timing for that second one and for this last one. You need to wait just about a second before you can actually grapple onto the grapple point, and then from there just roll straight to the end. It just takes a little bit of practice to get that. 656. Woo, yeah. No. That's a very, very terrible time. But if you do everything right, you'll be fine. Alright, so Temple Grounds. This one, there's not much in the way of shortcuts. As always, ignore enemies. Okay, so right there is an example of... I'm just gonna die. Is an example of the auto jump. In this game, when you jump, it either... Damn, that's twice now. You either do a short jump, a long jump, or a targeted jump. And when I say targeted jump, that means it's like shit. That really sucks. It'll target to an object, whether it's like a ball on the ground, a spear, or anything like that. But damn, right here, it's going to try to auto jump you to go short so you land on the platform below. But I actually want to have a long jump because I want a bomb boost like that, and that'll get you to the top. But this is really strange. I've never had this much trouble. There we go. Okay. And so that allows you to skip having to go to the bottom platform and throw a spear. And hey Ken, this is a walkthrough for anybody who wants to speedrun the game. It's not just for Shade, who is learning it right now. So from here, you kind of think you'd want to go around, but if you just drop down, you can throw a spear here and jump up. Then here, if you place a precise spear, I don't know exactly where, I think it's about there. You can do this with one spear without having to place that second one. And then throw a spear there, quickly get this, and if you get the button controls fast enough, You hit X to roll into the sun disk, and then change the joystick so you roll off the edge. He'll grab it, mash circle or B to try to fall before the sequence. And ideally, you want to fall onto the platform, not the spear. Jump onto the spears, and then from here, you're going to want to jump up into the corner and bomb boost. That'll let you get back up to here. That can only work coming back. It doesn't work getting to the sun disk, unfortunately. And then from here, you just want to quickly roll up here, take the right sides, which prevents you from having to jump to the right side. Jump over, do a bomb boost there. And then here, if you can time it right, you can actually roll onto the switch. And during this cutscene, hold right trigger and the right joystick in the correct direction. And that'll let you hit the hand before it locks up. Kind of hard to explain, but it lets you do it earlier. Now, I just switched to the spear, and I need to throw one. So I do it when I land there because I can't move for a second, but I can throw a spear. And so I just throw a spear there so it doesn't waste any time. And I need to throw a spear because for whatever reason you can't do a bomb boost when you switch a weapon. So you have to do it there. Now if you're really going for speedrun strats, from here what you want to do is actually exit the level. This works on both systems. And during this cutscene, hold up left on the right stick and hold right trigger. And once it loads, you'll immediately throw a spear and both sets of spikes will go down. And so the fastest way to do that on the PS3, which you can't segment on very easily, is as soon as you see the game loading the area, exit the game. That way you don't waste any time. From here, get up, grab this, and just pull straight back and then mash B. Lara's going to try to grab the edge, which is why you need to mash B when you fall. But that'll put the ball exactly where it needs to be in the fastest amount of time. And then from here, it's just a roll to the finish. Don't worry about enemies, especially if you're on New Game Plus and have 100%. It's extremely simple. Ignore the spiders, whatever. Alright, so for this one, there's a lot of quick skips. So like this one, you skip having to pull the piston, so you don't have to worry about killing all the spiders. That saves a bit of time. Here you have two different choices. You can come up here and jump and bomb boost, or you could come up here and actually just jump straight to the platform. I don't know which way is actually quicker. Jumping straight to it's pretty simple, so I'll show you this one. It's a very late bomb boost to get down there, but it's not hard. Not too hard to do. I'm going to just kill these spiders. Alright, so from here, when you jump onto these things, you actually want to jump and then mash X or A. And if you do it correctly, she'll actually climb up during the cutscene. And then that also allows you to jump off of this, and then while you're midair, this text thing appears. So, that's more ideal than while you're standing. Alright, from here, throw a spear here, jump up onto this, which is not that hard, and then you jump there. Because right there is an invisible wall. See, I just walk through it, and it kind of prevents me from going through it. I can come back through it, but I can't go straight through it. So then from here, jump over. That's not all that difficult. And then from here, to skip throwing this ball into that fire pit, you're going to go up here where I think is a ammo upgrade. And then there's a wall here that's preventing you from running, but it's not present at the very end right here. So you can actually jump onto that, jump onto here, and get down, which lets you skip that area. Again, jump onto this, mash X or A, and you'll climb up. And then we're back to rolling. So from here is a pretty difficult skip to get consistent. First off, it takes a little bit to get the timing for that jump to make that work. But then from here, we are going to skip extending the bridge a third time. So what you need to do is jump here, and then you just need to learn the controls here. I have to jump forward, then pull the joystick back in the opposite direction to stop her forward momentum. I don't know why, but it just seems to be more consistent. Then from here, we need to jump, do a relatively late bomb boost, and then we get onto here, and that skips having to extend the bridge a third time. Uh-oh. Okay, that barely worked. But the ending is pretty straightforward of what you'd think. The summoning for the console versions, not the PC version, you can do a rapid fire exploit, which looks kind of like that. And what I'm doing is just mashing the joystick in a direction, kind of like you would mash a button. So I have to press the joystick in a direction, let it reset completely, and then press it again. And you can do it pretty quick. That'll let you do the summoning in 6 seconds, and about 6.5 seconds is the fastest known time. Forgotten Gate uses out of bounds glitch, which is pretty cool. Allows you to skip having to open the gate. So you need to get up to about this point, aim to the left, and right here you can see my yellow dot is on that pillar. You need to have it just to the right and throw a spear there. Then come down at the top of the staircase, throw a spear on the wall like that. You should be able to jump between the two spears. Now there's a horizontal pillar coming out from the wall. You want to jump on top of that. Whoops, I missed it. You're actually going to jump on the back side of it. And then from here, you want to hold forward and left and jump. And then partway down from falling, about there, you want to do a bomb boost. That puts you on top of the gate, kind of out of bounds. And then you can just fall. So as you can see here, I'm behind the gate. But you can just roll backwards and get to the last portion. Then from here, you just need to memorize the path, and that'll allow you to get the end. Oh, and I've got the Cody in my chat who runs the PC version and holds the co-op record for this, so that's cool to have him in the chat. So welcome. From here, the pattern is exactly the same, so you just want to know which ones come back. So it's the 8th one that comes back, and then it's the 2nd and 3rd to last ones that come back. It's always the same. So from here, you want to avoid jumping as much as possible. So whenever you have two that end up at an angle, or that are diagonal from each other, you can just roll diagonally through them. And that's pretty consistent to be able to do that. And yeah, the Cody, I know exactly what you're talking about. I saw the video of your new co-op method. That is ridiculously awesome. You did it on Mirror's Wake and on Forgotten Gate with that. So that's pretty cool. Props to you guys for getting that new co-op strat. So here we are. On co-op, you can do a really weird midair jump by using the grapple. You can't do it on single player. But there's a cutscene that's right here, but you can still skip it with a very, very precise bomb boost, which I'm going to try a few times to get it. So as you saw just before I died, the cutscene triggered. And for doing in individual levels, this is kind of nice to have it right here at the beginning. Still missed it. So I'm going to try it a few times. I've gotten it, but it's very terribly inconsistent. Oh, I almost had it there. I don't know how many times I'm going to attempt this. It would be nice if I can get it, but... Whoa. Nope, too close. Yeah, Cody, you're correct about the grapple jump. You need a grapple point, but for every place that it's useful, there is none. Oh, damn. I'm like really close to getting it. I'm determined to get this at least once. Whoa, that's way too far left. Oh well. I will get it one of these days. There it is. Okay, so there's the cutscene skip. And then from here, you want to come over here. Don't go too far up because that'll trigger the cutscene. But then throw a spear there, and then you can jump up here. And so that skips the cutscene for Xolotl, or however you pronounce his name. From here, I hold up left on the left analog stick and up right on the right analog stick, and then about here, I fire, and it ends up getting both cogs at the same time, so you don't have to fire twice. It's really hard to explain, and it just takes a little bit of practice to get. I'd be interested to know where you're thinking about that in Fiery Depths, Cody, because I have no problem experimenting with it, but I'm planning on going through the whole game in this walkthrough, so if you stick around until I get there, that'll be cool. You can point it out. So from here, we're going to skip the second gate. So you jump up onto here. Oh, crap. You can get it from this second platform, but if you want to be safe, just hop up to this third one, and that'll get you up without a problem. So from here, we need two fairly precise spear throws. We need one that's around up there, if I can get it where I want it. And then we need one about halfway, so that we could jump to that one, jump to this one, and then jump up here. So from here, to show you guys something, I got to be somewhat careful. Notice how the area up here is not loaded. We need to load that. If you go up towards there, it'll crash your game. So the loading trigger for that area is this stone platform. So all you need to do is just stand on it. You can't hang from it, you actually have to stand on it. And then as you're rolling back here, the game is going to start lagging like crazy. The frame rate's going to drop dramatically. But stepping on that now loads this area. Then there's a bridge up there that we can skip. So coming down on this platform, or on this cliff edge, you need to roll at close to the last second, and that'll let you survive the fall. And then you just roll over here. With a, there we go. With a precise jump, you can get up on there. And then again, for this third gate, we can hit both cog tags, or both cog tags. Wow. You know I've been playing too much Gears of War. But you need to jump and fire towards the center of the gate. It's, again, kind of hard to explain. I angle my shot like pretty much straight up. And that's how I get it. It's once you figure it out, it's pretty consistent. For anybody that's in my chat, if you got any questions or something that I didn't explain well, feel free to say so, because my plan is to take this and upload it to YouTube as well, for anybody who wants to view it to speedrun. From here, you can immediately get that, and then what you want to do is do your best to keep this as centered as possible. The only problem is right here. If you can keep it relatively centered, it's not too big of a problem, but just keep... you know what? I'm actually going to try this again to try to get a slightly better run of it. It takes a while. This is somewhat luck manipulated, and somewhat difficult. Oh, I just fired that too early, but whatever. Oh, jeez. That sucks. But in my... Oh, that really sucks. In my best run on the 360 version with this, I actually got the ball to go into the fire pit without me having to place it there. There we go. That was a really good bomb boost, which allowed that thing to roll all the way down. I mean, check that out. That's pretty cool. So that's a relatively good run of it. But again, you just want to keep it as centered as possible. A lot of your weapon switches are a lot more consistent and better time-wise if you do it during unskippable cutscenes like this one. So as you're coming up, throw a spear there, which we'll use in just a second. Now, it's actually possible to pull both of these locks out and then stand on the switch, and at the last second, roll on... Oh, man, I missed that. You can roll at the last second to get off the platform just a little bit early. But you can roll at the very last second and actually get under the door and get to the exit without having to trigger this whole sequence to go around. It's possible, but I only know one person that's done it, and they haven't done it in a run at all. And good morning, Giggity. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to my Lara Croft speedrun walkthrough. Okay, from here, I'm actually going to try a relatively new method. Well, not new method, but it's new to me to actually try doing it. So you hop up onto here, throw that up there, jump over, and then you can bomb boost to the other side. This is going to take a few tries, and thankfully it's at the very beginning, so if you're trying to do this in a run, it'll be very helpful. But you need to stand on top of this, get a spear to stick as far up as possible. Come on. This I've known about, I've just never really worked on it to try to get it. There we go. Actually, I could probably just do this. There we go. So that's one way you can bomb boost to get over as well. You got two options here. You can stand in between these two, jump and fire. I think you can do, I think right here, you can get it, there it is, yeah. You can get it to bounce off the wall. So that's another method to use. And Cody, you don't think that's ever going to be in a run? Starry55 on the PS3 version did it in his run. So it has been done. Oh, that's actually a good point to jump around this. I'm going to experiment with that later because I can't do the rope jump very consistently, so I'm not going to do it in this walkthrough, but perhaps in the future I will do it. We shall see. So here there's two options. The option that I like best is to jump and destroy the pillars like that, or the arrow traps. So it gets it down to 1, you can see in the upper right hand corner, and no enemies spawned either. The other method is to quickly come up here, roll that forward, and then that blocks the rest. The problem here is now I've got that big guy attacking me, which he kind of just decided to stay there, which is cool. Lay a bomb there, and that will hit the switch. You can jump up onto this platform. You know, very excellent game design. You can also hop over here and then throw fire a grenade launcher shot backwards. That'll also hit the switch. Coming up here, there's a couple different methods that you can do. But to start things out, you can hop over here. Then from here, you can go up and around, or you can fire a shot like that. That takes 2 shots. The other way only takes 1. Then from here, a good angle bomb boost can get you up. On here for co-op, you can actually jump from here around to the side, so you can actually skip having to go up and trigger the big spike ball to fall. And I'm actually quite surprised at my health. It's quite low. I'm not really at any danger of dying, but still, that's a lot lower. The Cody, if you send me a PM either on the SDA forums or on Twitch with a way to contact you, I have a file, or if you have like a Skype, I'll add you on Skype. I have the file of that skip, of the final gate skip that Greenalink sent me, and I'll send it to you. I have not been able to replicate it, but he has. Alright, so Jaws of Death. This is kind of confusing to explain how to speedrun. I have not been able to do the most optimized route. So first off, we need to luck manipulate the whole bridge to fall on every bomb drop here. On co-op, it's easier because you can have one person get one side, the other get the other side. But as you can see, I did not get the full bridge, so it's going to slow down the fish a little bit. You need to actually get the full bridge to fall. This one's a little bit easier because those guys will kind of take it down for you. Also, we want to pick up as many of these things as possible. Here, this helps to have a rapid fire weapon. You can jump midair and fire it. And it's worth it to get that so you don't have to bomb boost. But again, we want to pick up as many of these things as possible to about here have the final speed boost, which apparently I missed one, or I got hit. But you'll get the relic power at this point, be able to go. And with the relic power, you can actually jump this gap without having to bomb boost. It's like pixel perfect, but it is possible. And I've done it, I think I've done it once, and that's it. Whoa, my game just froze for a second. That was weird. And then we have a final bridge here to try to get the whole thing to collapse. You can luck manipulate it to get the whole thing to collapse, and it makes a sub 120 possible. Although I think my best time is 120. And then here, just time it right with the gate dropping, and then you can jump over it. Yeah, Cody, you're correct. I did test that out on co-op online. The fish does lag, which is, you know, lovely. And it sucks. All right, Twisting Bridge. This one is one of the coolest out of bounds tricks possible. On co-op, you get to use the grapple midair jump thing, which allows you to skip a bit. On single player, you don't get to. So fire a spear here, jump, and do the grapple to reset Lara's legs again, like I explained in the first level. From here, jump backwards and bomb boost on top of the entrance. And then from here, you can get out of bounds. And this will allow you to get to the very end in the fastest way possible. I guess I should take this time to explain about your inventory. For your artifacts, you want to have your all of the final things. So the Mask of Xolotl and the 2 Jade Hearts. This gives you +1 to everything. For speedrun, though, pretty much what you want to have is +1 to speed. For the artifacts, though, you do want to have +1 to weapon as well. That's useful for boss fights. But for the rest of this, come around. Now on co-op, you actually get to keep going up and go further out of bounds. But single player, you have to fall down here. Now on the PS3, this acts differently, and I hate it. But on the Xbox, it's far more consistent. So you want to place a spear right about there. That actually might be a little bit too much to the left. But if you walk up on top of this, you need to be on this rock and then throw a spear. It lands up there. On the PS3, it doesn't work like that. You have to throw it at an angle, kind of like this, to get it to land up here. But from here, she'll automatically jump up to this, hold forward and jump. You'll land onto that wall and then get onto this platform. That gets that consistent. Throw a spear, get up here, and you're up. It's very easy on the 360. It's extremely difficult on the PS3. And for co-op, you would do the midair grapple jump, and you'll land somewhere around here, and then just be able to roll up, and then randomly these balls will start to drop. And if you roll at this particular spot where I'm at, you can pretty much roll straight up without having to worry about dodging any balls. Alright, so here's Fiery Depths. I absolutely hate speedrunning this level. There's far too many very difficult jumps to do and a lot of time luck manipulation things. So here at the beginning we have two options. One, we can... I was just a little too fast. So there I actually need to waste a little bit of time to get this jump correct. So that's why that gives you two options. One... What? Okay, my grapple didn't grapple onto the point. The grapple point is actually a little bit easier. Okay, this is weird. I don't know why I am not getting this. I think I need to be further out from the wall. The method that I use is... There we go. What? She just auto-jumped backwards. There we go. You grapple onto it and then you jump forward. The other option is to place a spear, obviously from the other side, right there in the center. From there you can jump to... Okay, I'll just die and show you. From the center spot, you can throw a spear like so. That'll allow... Alright, this is ticking me off. The auto jumps are being a pain in the ass right now. But you can throw a spear to the center, and that'll allow you to jump to it, and then from there, jump to the platform on the other side. Oh, that sucks. Okay, you can do two spears too. And I just got killed by the fire. Yay. Yeah, this part is awesome. Gosh darn it. And this is why I hate speedrunning this level. My records are several seconds behind the records. Jump to the... My goodness. So anyway, you have those two options. I don't know why I can't get it. There we go. That's probably the most consistent way. So now that I'm done with that, hop down here, jump at an upward angle. If you get far enough south, which actually I'll just die to show you. If you do this jump, you actually skip the spawn trigger for the fire traps. There we go. That should do it. Yep. So now I just skipped the spawn traps, which makes this area so much easier to step on all the platforms. Then from this platform, you can actually jump straight down. Of course I'm going to miss the jump because I'm trying to do this walkthrough. But the jump is actually really easy, really consistent. I'm a little high up. Whatever. But even if you miss that spawn trigger, you could still do this whole thing without a problem. Jump straight south, and there you go. These fire traps, you can actually roll through the last one before it actually disappears. So that's pretty cool. Jump south to jump down to skip all of that. This fight is very easy to skip. I bombed that guy just to make sure he's out of my way. But from the top of the stairs, throw a spear. Then fall down. You actually want to fall down there instead of jumping forward because this load area is not loaded. So you actually need to fall down next to the fire trap to load the loading area. Then from here, pretty much skip the puzzle by doing a bomb boost. And then here you have to be relatively quick. Jump off here. Oh, I did a little bit late. Jumping from here. Just barely grapple onto that. Oh, whew, that was close. I grappled a little bit too long. But you grapple down and then you can easily get... This is a really tricky spot. Okay. After the... Huh. So you're thinking from way back there, I can grapple jump down to like here? Is that what you're thinking, Cody? Anyway, I need to die to reset these flames. The first jump here to go behind this to get up here is really tricky. And then you bomb boost here, and this allows you to skip having to actually hit any of these switches. Which, if you can't get that first jump, a slightly slower method. Except with a jump makes the maybe it's worth an experiment. So if you can't get that jump, you can jump around here, and then from here you want to hit this target from a distance back there, and then once you get up here, you're gonna have to kind of wait on these flames, but that allows you to get by. But the first way, if you can jump around the backside, that'll be a bit quicker. It takes a bit of practice to get that jump. So here's another required fight. From here, I'm throwing a spear on the wall here. From there, I can jump up here. And then you have to be careful on the jump to get around the gate. You actually have to be a lot further down than you'd think, because there's an invisible wall that's going to try to make you stay in bounds. So you have to get around that. And then from here, usually when you get down, these things, you don't have to wait on them. For whatever reason, I had to wait. But then jump straight across these. And then, whoa, that was new. And then once you get to the end, if the final platforms are not rotated into position for you, which sometimes happens, you can just bomb boost. So like this time, they're not in place, so you just jump and bomb boost. If they are, it's quicker to jump onto the platform and immediately roll, because there's a small recovery period from the bomb boost. Or grenade boost, whatever you want to call it. So there's that level. This level can be done in 15 seconds. Only 2 people have been known to do it, and it's only possible on console. You cannot do it on the PC version. So you want to jump over here, and then bomb boost up to here, and then do the rapid fire glitch. And I'm going to try to do it. On the Xbox version, the dino charges... Wow, I cannot get the rapid fire. On the Xbox version only, the T-Rex charges you. On the PS3, it does not. So because on the Xbox version that it charges you, that means you can damage it earlier, and it allows you to get just under 16 seconds. So it's like 15.9 is the fastest possible time. On the PS3, the fastest possible time is 16.1. So it's really close. Now here's Stronghold Passage. This requires a very wonderfully blind throw of a spear. To make things easier on yourself, pull out your light spear and kill this guy. He can get in your way, and it doesn't waste too much time to do it. The reason I grenade that is because when you aim this spear right here, sometimes it auto aims down, kind of like that, to the urn when you're aiming in the right position, which is about here. So you want to throw that, and I'm going to try to show you where it's at. Hopefully I can get a good camera. Oh, okay, so you can see the spear there. That's actually in a bad location, which might not be good, because I might auto jump to it. So let's try that one. This is really hard because there's nothing to show you where the spear is. Alright, so you can kind of see it. But from the top of the stairs, throw a spear about there. And you can auto... Oh, please. Wow, this is kind of annoying. Okay, from there you can jump up into the middle of this wall. There's actually a platform that you can walk on. So walk closer to the gate to about here. Jump, and you should auto jump to that first spear that you've thrown. Now from here, jump forward and to the right. No bomb boosting. Oh, wonderful. I was too far forward. You need to jump. The angle is not hard, but it's not the most consistent. But anyway. Throw the spear. Oh yeah, the location that you need to stand on these stairs is by this silver thing. You need to be in the corner just above it. That's where you need to be the most consistent. If you're any higher on the stairs, you might not be able to auto jump to the spot, and you might jump too high when you're at this final area. So you need to jump up and to the right, but a little bit more to the right than up, so that you jump up here, and now you clipped out of bounds, and now you're on top of the gate, very similar to Forgotten Gate. Roll back, and you'll be back here. From here, these fire traps are completely random. So if you want the fastest time, you want to luck manipulate it so that you can just roll straight forward. Okay, and I just got an auto jump that was very short that didn't allow me to jump to the upper area. I don't know why. That was dumb. But these fire traps are completely random and they're a pain in the ass. The second set of fire traps, you can just keep rolling and you'll be fine. And then from here, again, you want to minimize the amount of rolls that you do. So if you follow this path, for the most part, you can just keep rolling. And then you have two jumps that you have to do. That one, and then the final jump. Which Lara decided not to jump this time. Yay. There we go. And then you get to the end. This really annihilates the target time, which is 15 minutes. The fastest known time is 1minute 5 seconds, done by me on both the Xbox and the PS3 versions. Mirror's Wake. There is a method to do this in 36 seconds, done by Greenalink, but he's the only one that knows how to do it, and he has not revealed his strat. So, I cannot show you that method. I'm going to kind of explain how to do the fastest method, which gets you into the mid-40s. But it's terribly inconsistent and very difficult to do. So you want to get up on top of this rock, because you need a little bit of extra height. Throw a spear here, and that'll allow you to jump up to this area. Now, to practice this area, run up to this area to trigger a checkpoint so you're not reset back very far. From here, you're going to want to throw a spear fairly precise. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and try this. Alright, so you need to jump and then do the grapple thing to get up here. From here, you need to jump forward and around this corner to get up onto there. Which is why this is terribly inconsistent. From there, you're going to run over to the later part of the level. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. There might be a fire trap in the way. Yeah. So, from like normal gameplay, if you follow this area, go through and go up and left to the area up here, there's going to be a grapple point. And from that grapple point, you can get on top of the area above it, that's where you need to be from getting to it from this upper area. And then from there, you can use the grapple point to reset your legs so that you can get to the final area, which is where I'm going to end up doing it this method. So this is the more consistent method. Throw a spear there, auto jump onto it. This is a lot more difficult on the PS3 version. I don't know why, and it's pissing me off because it's really hard. On the 360, it's very consistent. So you go up here, throw a spear there, and the reason you have to is this area on the wall, you can't run up. But if you jump up here, starting from here on up, you can run up the wall. And that's why you need to throw a spear there. Then from here, just run around out of bounds. From here, you cannot survive the fall from here to the platform below. But if you come right here and start walking to the left, notice how she pretty much just walked down the wall. So from here, hopefully I can show you. All right, so the far right side of the screen, you can see that silver platform. That's what you get up onto from that grapple point. From there, you get onto the wall straight down from me. It's a little bit of a lower area. From there, you can then walk up to here. So, okay, here we go. I can walk further over. So you come down onto this area where that grapple point is. You place a spear directly below where I'm at, jump to it, and then jump over down this sloped area just a little bit, and then hit the grapple point to reset your feet up. Then you can roll up here and then get over here. It's kind of hard to explain, and it's extremely difficult to do. Once you're here, though, you jump over to this platform, and you have to bomb boost to it. From here to the end is a very precisely timed bomb boost. If you do it too early, you'll die. If you do it too late, you will die. So the ideal place, excuse me, the ideal place to do it is a little bit after the peak of the jump, just as soon as Lara starts falling. And even then, it's still somewhat inconsistent. So just as she starts falling, hopefully you get it, and I got it there. And so that's the most consistent area that I've been able to get it to where you can bomb boost to the other side. Now, if you're having trouble getting the time challenge, which is 6 minutes on this level, you cannot use this route because the trigger for that is actually the gate opening. So you can't skip the gate at all. So you actually have to go through and play it normally. And so here we are now to the final level. From here, you just need to get onto this opening area. And the beginning set of spikes are consistent. They're the same every single time. So what I do is I get myself into position to run up there. So I stand on this one. It does the 2 sequences to where you can't really do anything. But once these go away, from here, I run up here, and then I get ready to go. For this first one, you want to use light spears. And if you can do a rapid fire, if you're really consistent at doing the rapid fire glitch. Oh, I just fired the first spear a little early. But from here, it allows you to get your artifact meter all the way up. So from there, you now, for having the Mask of Xolotl equipped, I now have Scatter Shot, which this now changes the method. It gives me an idea of what I can do later. First off, stand on this square. It allows you to kill all these spiders really easily, and then you don't have to move. From here, the spikes are completely random, so it's all on reaction time. I have gotten it to where I can just stand here and then never have to move. But typically what I do is I just try to stand in one spot, just wait until I actually have to move, and then from there I move. And it's not too bad. Okay, so from here I'm actually going to try to implement my new strat. Let's see. So I got an idea because of the Cody and his co-op runs. They use railguns, and because of the rapid fire glitch, or the sorry, not the rapid fire, the scatter shot, you can actually kill him in one hit. Oh shit, I actually need this. So now that actually really does confirm my new method. Because now it takes only one shot to kill him. Okay, so now from here, I'm actually going to have to think about this and experiment. Because I don't know if I can get a precise railgun shot. I'm going to try it. But before he disappears, you can actually get 2 spear shots. Okay, so I missed there. So I'm going to exit the level. This is a little bit... I think for this one, you're going to need to have... light spears. Whoa! I didn't know there was a checkpoint there. Alright, so this is going to be interesting to try to get it. Before he jumps, you can actually hit him twice. But you need to do pretty much rapid fire. And it's only 2 shots that need to hit. There we go. I just got him. Now from here, because of my new strat, you can't get hit. Or if you do, you need to get your... Crap. You need to get your relic meter back up, or your artifact meter back up to full. Which you get from killing enemies. And I didn't get it back up. But if you have it all the way back up, then take your railgun and hit him once there, and that's all you need to do. Otherwise, you can hit him twice. But again, it's not... you can just use the railgun. So this is now going to change my strat. And it's only going to save, I don't know, like 2 seconds, if that. But I need to check my weapons now to see what I have. I typically use the golden shotgun for this final area. You can use other weapons. It's really just personal preference. The golden shotgun does the highest damage, so it's the most consistent for me. Ammo typically is not an issue, so you don't have to worry too much about it. I'm just picking it up to be safe. For this opening area, just come to these staircases. This staircase, you don't have to worry about it. He's too far away to use the railgun, I think, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to do some testing there. But you need to have your artifact meter all the way up. From here, just keep going back and forth, shooting these guys. Okay. And now from here, you need to do 2 very quick shots when he appears. So just keep running around in circles until he decides to show himself. Oh, that was pretty close. Oh, that was actually pretty cool. I hit him as he was flying upwards. So his body is actually no longer there. That's pretty cool. I hit him at the last possible second. And, oh, Cody, you're right. Yeah, for that last one, do 1 railgun shot instead of 2 spears. That would be better. That is correct. And I did get the railgun idea from the Cody. I don't know if I said that earlier, but yeah, you get credit for that one. And you're supposed to, yeah, because the spears tend to fly backwards for whatever reason. Yeah, a lot of the times with the Spear of Light, it does act kind of awkward, and it's rather annoying. So... But anyway, that's the full game. So that's my walkthrough. So now I'm going to go through the game in a speedrun setting as if I was doing a single game or a full game New Game Plus, single segment run. Oh, of course, I'm going to screw it up right from the beginning. Actually, the Cody, those stairs are not safe on console. I've had those falling rocks actually fall on top of me while on the staircase. I've tried that. Just during the first time through. It's safe, but after that, wow. I'm usually not bad at this jump. Oh, also, you can't skip that cutscene right away. And as you can see, I switch weapons during that cutscene. So it's very possible to switch weapons to make sure you're starting with the right weapon. And you have to hold like left trigger and the button. You can't use the directional pad. Holy shit. Alright, I'm going to do the more consistent method of this. Because that's quite annoying. So the more consistent method is jumping over to... Okay, maybe it's not more consistent. But at least with this jump, it's right at the beginning of the game. So if you screw it up, you can just try again. There we go. I think I was just trying to jump too early. So I'm going to try to say some co-op strats. Right here, the back player can blow those things up for the front player, and there's also a second set of arrow traps here that the back player can destroy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, jump, and you can get over. Here again, you have two different methods. Like that is the method I like, because I step on top of the door to throw the spear. Then get up here. Oh, I was a little off. Whatever. And then for this on co-op, you can just have the second player start running for the door. So that'll save a little bit of time. Here, I'm thinking you can actually have one player do a heavy grenade launcher to explode those TNT barrels. I think that might be a little bit more consistent and useful. For there, you have... Here's where co-op is a little bit slower. You need to have Totek throw the spear, and then Lara needs to pull Totek up. But it probably balances out because of having to run through the door yourself. Now, I don't know how useful this would be on co-op if you can get it really quick. There we go. That's certainly the fastest method on single player. I don't know if that's useful on co-op. The Cody's strat for co-op is pretty good, using only one of the boulders. This puzzle is different on co-op because there's no ball. So you have to have one player step on a platform while the other does it. And I think it's about the same time. I don't know what the time difference is. Yes! Awesome. That's how you do that. And then from here, you press down the platform for one player to go. Oh, missed the jump. Yay. Like I said, that jump is pretty difficult. But anyway, that last room, you have one... Oh, son of a bitch. You have one player... press the switch for the other, and then the other player goes up and... Oh man, I'm getting behind myself. The other player goes forward and goes through the door while the first player that held the switch just jumps and dies, essentially. That area, you have Lara grapple onto the point, let Totek go, and then Totek does the rest of it while Lara tries to stay within camera. So that's a little bit easier to do it on co-op. This area for co-op... the both of you go up like this, and then from here, Totek lays a spear and then uses the wheels to get up instead of having Lara do it. And then from there, you use a shield jump with Totek to get Lara up here, and then Totek just dies. Okay, so since I do have the Cody in the chat, who's the co-op expert, he says that that skip is not possible on co-op. So about the one skip with the ballroom that's got 2 balls that you need to put on 2 switches. So yeah, you can't do that skip on co-op, sadly. But the Cody's method of that on co-op is pretty good, using only one ball. Then you get Totek through the door while Lara steps on the other one. Then he lays a spear, and then you kind of glitch Lara to automatically jump to the spear through the wall. It's kind of weird. So there's Temple of Light in 336. That's not too bad. For a single segment run, you want to get closer. You want to get sub 320, essentially. That would be the goal. So Temple Grounds on co-op is really fun because you get to pull. What the game does is it tries to keep both players on the screen at the same time. So what you can do is actually have that's how that jump's supposed to go. What you can have is have one player go up to the exit and stand in the corner, and then have the other player run around and pretty much pull the other player through. It's kind of hard to explain on single player to show you how it's done, but it's really cool to get co-op doing it. Me and Trueshade have done some co-op runs of this level to try to get it, and we got, I think, 50 seconds, but the record is held by the Cody at 36 seconds, I believe. No! That's not good. I'm going to attempt this. There we go. That's how you do that with one spear. That was a decent recovery. Alright. And yeah, the Cody's right. The strat for co-op is get one player to the exit and leave the other behind. That's very true. And especially on co-op, you can have one player die and then they can just respawn where the other player is. Oh, that works. No! No, go back out. That sucked. Oh, and apparently somebody's got the time down to 35. Cody needs to go back and retake that time. So again, I throw a spear there. It doesn't waste any time to do it and allows me to do this jump. Which, that one you need to be careful because it's like the game automatically thinks, oh, you're going to fail. So you actually die before you hit the spikes. I'm wondering if... Oh, wait, never mind. I was thinking about a co-op strat for this room, but you don't come into this room on co-op. Never mind. Also, something to note, on the Xbox version, you'll see in the upper right-hand corner, there's these symbols that pop up. One's about to pop up after this cutscene. With those on the... They only appear on the 360 version. I'm not too sure about the PC version. There it is. And on the 360 version, you can exit the game. Temple Grounds, your goal time, you want to have sub 3 minutes. Definitely. On the 360 version, you can use that, exit the game, and then start it up. And you start from that checkpoint from the time that you had but then you have about 0.7 seconds to move before the timer starts again. And because of that, you can save several seconds on the 360 version. Plus, it allows you to play a little bit more optimally than you can on other versions. On the... oh crap, I missed it. Climbing up. On the PS3 version, these checkpoints exist, but that symbol does not appear, and your time is constantly saved. So even if you hit that checkpoint, the only way it's useful is if you hit that checkpoint and then exit the game and start immediately back up. And you can only do it once. If you fail something, you actually have to start the entire game over, because if you try to start from that checkpoint again, you'll start from that location, but your time will be saved from when you quit. So it's really not feasible to segment this game on the PS3, but you can on the 360. Therefore, leaderboard times cannot be compared between those two consoles. And I got confirmation from the Cody that symbol is not present on the PC version. From here, you actually want... oh, I missed it. Alright, I'm going to go back and show it. You want to actually walk and then roll off the edge. It allows you to go further, and it saves, I don't know, like 0.2 of a second to get that right. Oh, the co-op version for this, you use the mid-air jump, the mid-air grapple jump from like the very beginning. Whoops. From the very beginning, and it's kind of hard to explain. Hopefully the Cody can confirm I got this right. What you need to have happen is have Lara go out and get towards the exit, and then have Totek die. What? I don't know why that didn't work. Have Totek die or jump off, and then Lara dies, but ends up having its dead body fall into the exit while Totek is still alive, or it's Totek dies and revives himself where Lara is, and one of them falls into the exit. Something like that. It's really hard to explain. But to see it in action, go to the YouTube channel The Cody, T-H-E, like the word the, and Cody is spelled K-O-T-T-I. Go to his channel and check out the videos. Some of those co-op runs are ridiculous. For Spider Tomb, you want to have a sub 150 time, ideally, to get that done well. Okay, so yeah, I was pretty close. You have both players dead for a second, and then Totek spawns at the very end in the exit. For single segment runs, if you can get a 7-second on the summoning and a 16-second on Belly of the Beast, you did pretty good. To try to get 6 seconds and 15 is pretty difficult. So Totek dies, Lara dies at the exit, Totek respawns to Lara's dead body. That's how that works. For the co-op strat here, both players hop on that boulder there, and I kind of want to know the strat and how this works, because I haven't been able to do it, so hopefully Cody, since he's in the chat, he can explain it. Both players lay a bomb below the boulder. Oh crap, missed the jump. Below the boulder, and then both detonate it at like the same time. Oh, how did I miss that jump? And then when the boulder is detonated, jump onto the boulder as well, and then you'll fly up to the exit, like right here above the gate where I am. And then from there you can do a shield jump to get Lara over the out of bounds to get behind the gate. Is that close enough, Cody? Is that kind of how it works? And that same strat is used in Mirror's Wake as well. Oh, he says I'm pretty close. That's not too bad. That's me gathering information from watching the videos that they have. From here on co-op, what you're going to have is both players just try to go, and if one dies, whoop-de-doo. The other just goes. So goal time for here, you want to have, I'm going to say a sub 125 would be ideal. You can't fall off the ball during the climbing animation that makes the boost possible. So yeah, you have to climb. Oh man, I'm not paying attention. You have to climb up onto the ball during the explosion. So I guess you have to climb and then detonate, not detonate then climb. And it's like really quick back to back button presses. So Toxic Swamp, I'm not going to try this opening cutscene skip. If I can find a more consistent method of doing it, I will. But again, like I said on co-op, if you do the midair grapple, the midair jump, the grapple midair jump, there we go. If you do that, you can skip that cutscene. This jump right here is a lot easier on the 360 than it is on the PS3 as well, which I don't know why. A lot of these jumps are a lot harder on the PS3, and I'm wondering if some of it's just because I'm not used to the control setup. Like, I'm used to the 360 with the left analog stick where it's at. And I've got True Shade in my chat. He better be here, because part of this really is made for him, so he can learn how to do this. The videos that I have on my YouTube channel are somewhat outdated. Some of the strats, like Forgotten Gate is the old strat. That's pretty difficult to do. You use a third spear instead of the pillar that's there. Alright, I'm going to try to do this right. There we go. That's how you do it from that second platform. From here on co-op... Ooh, that's not good. Hopefully this works. Nope. Dang it. Go ahead and die. On co-op, this skip is exactly the same as single player. So what you do is you have Totek get Lara up here, and then you pull Totek up to here so he can place the spears. And I figured this part out too when doing some experiments. So you get Lara over here, and then you have to pull Totek up. If he dies, he's going to try to respawn in an unideal location. So you actually need to pull him up. If you come over here, he goes to the other side of that gap, which is not exactly ideal. And he keeps respawning there. So you have him follow. Lara gets onto the platform. Lara dies, lets Totek keep running, and then she'll respawn later. From here, you'll have both players come down here. Both try to jump up here and... Whoa! That's new. I've never seen that happen. Okay. Anyway, with that jump, sometimes it's inconsistent, so you can have... Whoa, that was weird too. So you have both players try to do this jump, and as long as one player makes this jump up here, which as you can see I miss it, they can just run into this area. From here, one player on co-op stays towards the exit, while one player comes up here, and oh, please, jump, fire, there we go. Oh, it's about the fall not killing him. Oh, very interesting. My initial tests had Totek dying and then respawning in a terrible location. But I'll take the Cody's word over that. He's done a lot more tests than I have. Oh, crap, I'm not paying attention. And, oh, so they have a new strat for that. Cool. I'd be interested in seeing that new strat. Alright, so hopefully I can get this ball here. And Cody, you guys should be able to do this instead of having the ball go around. Just get a pretty good look at that. That's really good. Ah, aside from that last grenade, that was pretty good. Because this is why I have to wait for it to come down. So aside from that last bomb or grenade, whatever the hell it's called, that's pretty good. From here, you can use the mid-air jumps to skip this cutscene right here. Oh, you haven't... What? Oh, okay, so you do have a new strat, so you don't have to wait for the cycle, which is probably what I just said. I wouldn't be surprised if what I just did is what you guys would do. If not, again, I'd be interested to know. But it's nice to know that you guys haven't completely given up on the game. And it's cool that you all are coming up with some new strats. There we go. That's how you do that. You land on it and then you roll away. I don't fully remember co-op at the end of this. Since you're skipping that cutscene, you skip a lot of other stuff too from this ending sequence. 444, that's a pretty good time. If you get sub 450, I think you're pretty much set on this level. If you get like 440, that's a really good time, and you should be happy with that. Okay, so yeah, you guys kind of do what I do. I alternate it depending on the situation. If the ball is far enough ahead of me, I use the grenade launcher. If it's closer to me, I will use a mine. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try this strat. I need to learn this. Oh, stupid auto jumps. Get up on top. There we go. Nope. Yeah, further over. Further over. Oh, that's... okay. Actually, no, that would work. As long as you can get over that spike trap and then do the grapple. That would be ideal. I need to stop doing that jumping strat. It's slower. Alright, and I'm going to try the new ball strat up here. Instead of doing stuff. Okay, cool. I was able to pull the piston fast enough. I think I'm going to adopt that strat. And I think laying a grenade, or laying a bomb there makes more sense than shooting a grenade backwards. And I'm really low on health. This is not good. Because I have to do a couple bomb boosts. Ah. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I actually can't do the bomb boost for the ending. I have to step on that switch. I don't know how I'm going to survive. I have too little health. Please. Please be health. Yes. Okay, I'm good. That just saved my run. And of course I die. Yay. Okay, so for the Cody explained the ending. What happens in co-op. I just don't remember from watching the video. So Lara kind of clips... I'll read it in a second once I have... What the fuck was that? Lara does a backflip, clips slightly into the wall, and Totek pulls her through. So this is very similar to... Oh, okay, I did get it. Very similar to other clips like Temple Grounds. That was pretty bad. From here, you want to have a sub 2 minutes 10 seconds. That's your goal time. So, Jaws of Death. For a full game single segment run, you pretty much want to ignore having your artifact. Like, if you can find a consistent way to pick up enough of these gems to get it, I would love to hear the strat, because I cannot get it consistently. Like I said, the goal here is to hopefully luck manipulate the full bridge to fall. I think if only part of it falls, it's still a little bit faster, but you definitely want to try to get the full bridge to go. So, depending on whether you're going to try to get the artifact meter all the way up or not, you can just bomb boost over that first one. Need one more? There it is. So now I have a slight speed boost, and in the end, this really only saves about 1 second, maybe 2. And then you can't get hit by these arrows there. And then from there you can actually jump and grab the ledge, but you need to have your artifact meter completely filled to get the grab. And even then it's extremely random. So I would say it's really only possible on the 360 to have segmentation. Easier luck manipulation of it. Oh, that was a little early. You unlock all this stuff here. I unlocked all the stuff here, but how much does that influence the run? It really doesn't influence it much. Having completely filled health really lets you not have to worry about health for the most part. Let's see, I'm trying to think about the whole thing here. You need to have some later weapons. Having the 2 Jade Hearts and the Mask of Xolotl gives you speed boost and damage boost. But I would say if you did a run of the game, like a new game run, most of these strats would work. You would just have to adapt them a little bit differently, not having the weapons. So the Belly of the Beast and the summoning you can't do because you need the light spear. That's the only thing that really damages the T-Rexes consistently. Most of the other levels, all you really need are spears to be able to skip a lot of stuff. So if you see me use a different weapon other than the spear, think about if it's possible to do that without using that bonus weapon. Yeah, the Cody's right. The big difference comes from the grenade launcher and the Spear of Light. And the heavy grenade launcher. Yes, you need the heavy, not the regular one. That is correct. Jaws of Death, goal time, you want to have at least a 125, if not less, although that is somewhat luck manipulated. Depending on how much the fish decides to lag and how much the bridges get collapsed from you. On co-op, that's a little bit easier because you can have each player lay a grenade on either side. What? But like the Cody said, there's some lag there. And that may be because it's online. It also could just be because there's 2 players. This level, you don't need any upgrades whatsoever. All you need is the spear, which you get in the first level. So this one you can do on New Game. And you don't do too many bomb boosts. You just do the 1. The 2. And that's it. Oh, no, you do 3. I forgot. This jump up here, you actually have to bomb boost. It's really dumb. Because you land like just shy. So you barely even need the bomb boost. Come on. You have to get up onto that rock. Shit, that's not good. Okay. I don't think the heavy grenade, like the grenade bonus that you get from the Jade Hearts, I don't think that equals a longer jump. I haven't done any testing. But there's also not any jumps that are... Like, if you do the grenade jump, I haven't noticed any that I've tried to do that I've ended up short. Twisting Bridge, you want to try to get a sub 125. That would be the goal time for that level. And yeah, the Cody's correct. The Totec needs to die at the right time. It skips a cutscene, and only Lara needs to be on the bridge. Ah, dang it! I jumped up top. So I almost had that correct, that spot. But that's one of the reasons why I hate this level. Hate speedrunning this level. Oh, that would have been lucky if I got it. I jumped too far to the right. This level's co-op strat is really cool. I like it, and I don't understand it. Once I get up to the spot, I'll point it out. But what you do is you pretty much have... you lower Lara down as low as possible without her dying, and then... So it's right here is where it happens. You lower Lara down, you get Totek down by dying and spawning at her location, and then you kind of lower them down. You go to the Cody's channel and watch the video. I don't understand it. It's weird. But you get them down to the bottom of the level, skipping from that point all the way to the very end. And when I say the very end, I really do mean the very end. And so if you do that spot right, you don't have to worry about those fire traps. And the window for that is pretty open. Shoot! I did that jump a little wrong. Alright. You can do that without grabbing onto the edge, but that wasn't too bad. And I will read the chat after I'm done with this level. There's a couple things that were said. Oh, really? There we go. Oh no, I got hit right when I jumped. That sucks. Yes, like right here is an unavoidable battle spot, but it's avoidable with a skip, like what I'm doing. So that's how you skip this spot. And so on co-op with the skip that I'm talking about, you end up down in the lava below where I'm at. And it doesn't kill you for whatever reason. And what you do is you run up to this area right here, and then you do a shield jump to get Lara up to the top, to get to the end. Alright, so... yeah, and it's because of lag that Fiery Depths' co-op is pretty busted. On this level, though, you want to have a sub 220 time while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I did explain about the unavoidable battle spots. Earlier on in the stream, when I did this level, I explained exactly what happens and what you need to do. And then the skip makes very little sense. There's some desync that allows Totek to spawn to the lava at the bottom of the level. Yeah, it's really hard to explain, and the best is to just go to the Cody's YouTube channel to see some wicked awesome runs. Because of all these awesome co-op skips, the current co-op time is... their current co-op record, excuse me, is 18:20, unless the Cody corrects me, because they have better times. This is just going off their YouTube channel. The fastest single player time is held by me at 24 minutes 50 seconds. Ah, I missed the throw. Third throw. You need 3 spears to kill the T-Rex each time. I think it's 3 spears each time. So 17 seconds ain't bad, but if you get 16, you're on a good track. So with the 6-minute difference between single player and co-op, that just shows you how busted this is. But I do believe that a lot of the co-op strats are a lot more difficult. So having like a single player versus co-op race would probably not be out of the question. Cody, when you guys were doing full game single segments, what was your RTA time on it? I'm curious. An okay run is 28 minutes. Okay, so maybe it's not feasible. The fastest single-player RTA that I know of is in the 35-minute range, real time. So maybe not. And the Cody doesn't have all the individual levels anymore. It's the end of the world. What the fuck, Lara, jump. For this level, you want to have a sub 115. That would be ideal for Stronghold Passage. Mirror's Wake on co-op, you get out of bounds right from the very beginning. Like the bomb boost that I was talking about for Forgotten Gate. That ball right there, you do the same thing with that on co-op. And that lets you get out of bounds right there instead of having to go up here and do some spear throws that are kind of inconsistent. Oh crap. Like every time you jump onto a spear, that's an auto jump, and sometimes you have to get the auto jump to trigger. Oh, right now I'm not getting it to trigger, and it might be because the spear is a little too high. That's not good. So I'm just going to do it this way. I have the downloadable content for the 360 version. I don't have them for the PS3. And I haven't really run them at all. Because there's not much interest from a lot of people running them. If the interest goes up for running the DLC, I'll consider it. Also, the DLC pack number 2 is unavailable on the 360. You can get it on the PS3 though. Whoa. Please, oh my god. But of course, when you're doing a single segment, a full game single segment run, you'd want to do this deathless and with no resets. Also, if you cannot use real time for the game because the PS3 you cannot go to the next level immediately. It's really stupid. And you can't restart levels quickly either. For whatever reason, you have to sit there and wait like 10 seconds before you can go on to the next level or restart the level or exit the game, whatever you want. You actually can't do that. On the 360, you can immediately do it before the time even shows. I don't know about the PC version. Awesome. Mirror's Wake, a solid minute. The reason I got a solid minute is because I was exiting the game and restarting. You can only do that on the 360 version. You can't do that on the PS3. I don't know about PC. And I explained this earlier. But a goal time for Mirror's Wake, you want to get sub-minute. Alright, I want to read the chat really quick before I start this level. We did some co-op dealing, except for one level. So on the PC version, you can start the next level immediately. So the PS3 is kind of like its own system, really. Its own entity. So maybe each system is actually its own category. That could be entirely possible. So I need to change my weapons out. On a full game run, you wouldn't want to switch your weapons at all. You'd want to have the setup that I had before this, with the golden shotgun instead of the railgun. But like I said, I haven't done much in the way of DLC, but I might go back and look at it. Some of the levels I just don't really care about, because they're not really speedrun friendly. Some of them are like survive and kill every enemy. And that you can speedrun, but it's just not all that fun. Whoops. So I'm going to try to adopt my new strat here, which I need to practice. And that's do... Dang it, I threw it a little too early. Do spears first. Now that I have my artifact meter completely up, I have scatter shot. So I do 3 shots to be safe. You only need 2. And then from here you aim straight down. And then you aim straight to the right. And then you also don't have to move. You won't get hit. And as soon as that thing goes up, I fire several shots. So now I need the railgun. Dude! I really hate this spot. Oh, I keep forgetting about these guys. No, I got hit. Little ass wipe. Survival levels, you can kill yourself to finish low. Yeah, but that's not really a speed run. For me, a speedrun of those levels would be to kill all the enemies as fast as possible. So for that, you only need two spears to hit them. But I go ahead and throw multiple, just in case. I'm not entirely... Crap. I'm not entirely certain what triggers Xolotl appearing, but I'm thinking it's the death of that one enemy. Of that big... Whoa! That was cool. The thing auto-aimed to Xolotl, who was up in the air, so it kind of flew at the screen. That was pretty cool. Oh yeah, Cody, you're right. I didn't explain about co-op for this level. You skip the very first spike area on co-op by using the grapple midair jump glitch. My thoughts on a new Tomb Raider coming out. I am very excited about it. It looks really good. I keep meaning to go and getting all the other Tomb Raiders because the only actual Tomb Raider game I've played was Last Revelations, which I think is Tomb Raider 4. Really? You can't use a railgun on that shit? What? That's cool. It's actually possible for me to get a new record here. If I get this shot off. Oh, wait, no, I wouldn't. Because I'd have to segment it to get a lower time. .434. Actually, I think that is my record. Is .434 on this level. Let's see. Was there anything else I missed? Lots of out-of-bound glitches and airwalk. Yeah, they're airwalk? What? There's definitely a lot of out-of-bounds. This game is really fun to speedrun. I don't know why it's not all that popular to speedrun. I mean, on the Xbox leaderboards, there's overall, we have 150,000 people that have played the first level, but doing all levels combined, there's only 47,000 people. Whoa, I got a new record on something. It has to be Xolotl Stronghold, unless I got a new time on the summoning. That's the only other level that I might have improved on. Nope. So yeah, so fun fact, guys, on Xolotl Stronghold, I just got myself a new record on that run. No joke. Oh, you're talking about Tomb Raider Anniversary Airwalk. Yeah. There's a lot there's a lot of glitches in those games, which I kind of want to get them now. I'll probably end up getting them for the 360 to play through and have some fun. But anyway, all levels combined, the fastest known time is right here, held by me at 24 minutes 49 seconds. Khaled 13 gave me a bunch of strats, gave me a handful of strats, which is really really nice of him, and so he's a minute behind me. The Silver Lord is a pretty strong player. I've never talked to him or anything, but he's got some pretty good times. Greenling came up with a few strats as well. And so those are all the top players. The top time on the PS3 is 27 minutes 42 seconds. No, 27 minutes 25 seconds, held by Starry55. My time on the PS3 is 27 minutes 42 seconds, which I only just got the PS3 version less than a week ago. So I'm still working on it. Starry55 gave me a few strats. That helped me on Fiery Depths, actually, one of the jumps I got from him. But anyway, that's the run of this game and how it works. I'm kind of glad I now have some strats to get some better times. So maybe I can get this time down to 24:30. Who knows? That would be my goal at some point. I can definitely improve Fiery Depths and Flooded Passage, definitely. Outside of that, unsure so far. But that's my stream for the day. That's all I wanted to do. This will be uploaded to YouTube for people as a walkthrough of how to speedrun this game. The total stream is just shy of 2 hours, so it is a bit of a heavy watch. I might put in some time frames in the description to jump to levels, because I did take a bit of time on some of the levels to explain a lot of stuff. So for everybody who is here watching, thank you for watching. Thanks for your questions. Hopefully everything is explained well. And I hope to see some more people speedrunning this game. If you have any questions, feel free to PM me either on YouTube. My channel is youtube.com/BrassTrekker, exactly how it sounds, BrassTrekker. You'll have my runs on there. Other people to take a look at for this game is for co-op is the Cody, TheKotti. That's where you can get some really good co-op strats that are just badass. So anyway, check out those channels. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit the follow button. That'd be greatly appreciated. And otherwise, that's it for my stream for today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.